How do I properly secure the plywood to the slats?
Welcome to our guide on securing plywood to slats. In this video, we'll be guiding you through the steps on how to properly attach your plywood onto slats. This is a key skill in various DIY projects such as building a shed, making a base for your bed, or constructing a piece of furniture.
What you'll need.
To get started, we will first go over the materials and tools you need. 1. Plywood. Ensure that the plywood is the right size for your slats. If not, you'll need to cut it to size. 2. Slats. These are the support pieces that the plywood will be attached to. 3. Screws. Use wood screws that are long enough to go through the plywood and into the slats, but not so long that they poke out the other side. 4. Power drill. A power drill will make the process of screwing much easier and faster. 5. Drill bits. You'll need a drill bit that is slightly smaller than your screws for pre-drilling holes. 6. Screwdriver bit. This is for driving the screws into the plywood and slats. 7. Measuring tape. This will ensure that your screws are evenly spaced.
How to prep your materials.
Before you start securing the plywood, you'll want to prep your materials. This includes measuring and marking where your screws will go. 1. Lay your plywood on top of the slats in the position you want it to be. 2. Use your measuring tape to measure and mark even intervals where you'll put your screws. 3. Remember, the edges of the plywood should be secured at least every 8 inches, and each slat should have at least 2 screws. 4. If you're using multiple pieces of plywood, make sure the seams where 2 pieces meet are over a slat, and that each piece is screwed into that slat for stability.
Drilling and securing the plywood.
Now, it's time to secure the plywood to the slats. Here's how. 1. Pre-drill holes at each of the marks you made. This prevents the wood from splitting when you drive in the screws. 2. Place a screw in each hole, then use your power drill with the screwdriver bit to drive the screw into the plywood and slat. 3. Make sure the head of the screw is flush with the surface of the plywood. Do not over-tighten the screws as this may damage the plywood or the slats. 4. Repeat the process until you've secured the entire piece of plywood. Congratulations! You've just secured your plywood to the slats. By following these steps, you can ensure that your plywood is properly and securely attached to the slats for your project. We hope you found this guide helpful. Stay tuned for more handy DIY tutorials.